Lovely people, enlightened spiritual warriors. So it's Thursday and it's about coffee break time. So I thought I would come and be your coffee break and give you a little inspiration to keep going. Because sometimes when we set a goal, like we're we're in April now. How crazy is that? And we set intentions in January because that's what we do. We're trained to do that, right? We're trained that this is the new year, and so we make resolutions. And then along about, well, I don't know if we get to February, that's good. But here we are in April, and maybe you've run out of resolve to keep going and do what you said, what you told yourself you were going to do, not what you told other people you were going to do, but what you actually told yourself. Because your commitments to yourself are more important than your commitments to other people. But we forget this, right? We commit to someone else, and then we're going along and we're doing that thing that we committed to. However, in that we give up pieces of ourselves because we've said we would do this thing. And then we come to a place where we're looking at, is this really serving me? Is this where I want to put my energy? And we start to stall out. So this is where your spiritual guidance comes in and how it's incredibly helpful. So I have a guide for business. I have a guide for relationships. I have a guide for extraction. I have a guide for marketing. I have a guide I have a guide for everything. And you can. Guides are available to you all of the time. There is no time that they're not. They're not napping. They're not taking a vacation. They're not saying, oh, sorry, it's 10 minutes till the hour and we're done now. They don't do that. They are always there for you. So when you run out of something like courage, courage really comes from the heart. It's that word cour. In French, it's heart. And when you run out of the heart to continue doing something, and you don't have any more resolve, any more determination, then it's time to really tap into your spiritual guidance. Because if you can have a guide for anything, and that's really what shamanism is all about. It's about finding a guide who assists you in your life. You can have dozens of guides. There's no limit to the number of guides that you can have. And if you're just joining me, I'm talking about running out of steam. And how I talked about it was running out of courage, which is your heart. Your heart is faltering. It's giving up on this thing that you said a few months ago was important. And you determined that. It was self-determination. Maybe, but maybe somebody else told you that you doing something was important. So it's a beautiful thing when you can just get in touch with really what's right, true, and beautiful for you. And sometimes from this level down here, we can't see that. So we need another perspective. I did podcasts on Just Call It Something Different. That makes a difference itself. So hi, Ray. Nice to see you. Thanks for hopping on. And so when we run out of courage and we falter and we start to lose the resolve, the determination, what do you do? How do you come to terms with that? Well, for me and my clients and my students, they have spirit guides. They have allies in another dimension, another time-space dimension, and it's called the other world. So in this other time-space dimension, we have the ability to have a brand new perspective. It might be lower, like Mouse. Mouse has really tiny vision, up close and personal. It may be one of the winged ones. Hawk is one of my favorite. Gives me a brand new perspective on what it is that I'm seeing from my level. and how I miss things. So when you tap in, when you do a shamanic journey and you ask for assistance, I always say, show me what I need to know about, and then I ask about, show me what I need to know about this relationship. Show me what I need to know about this client. Show me what I need to know about extraction. Show me what I need to know about how to keep my heart in the game and stay determined. And, they give me wisdom that I wouldn't come up with. Sometimes they say things like, you need some green tea and honey. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So I go and drink some green tea and honey. I feel more bright. I feel more alert. One of my former students was struggling with his health, and I'd given him all of my best two-legged advice. So he asked Spirit, and there were things that I didn't know about what was going on with him. So Spirit came back and said, you need to cut out the Coca-Cola. I didn't have any idea that he was drinking Coca-Cola. So they told him, stop this. His life changed because when he cut out that sugar, his cravings for other things stopped. And as a matter of fact, he went on to find a beloved, and to be willing to go through an elaborate cultural process to meet the family, do the things that he needed to do, that when he was jacked up on sugar, he couldn't focus. Now, I don't have that perspective for him, but his guides had that perspective for him. So he went ahead and cut out the Coca-Cola, and his life changed. Now you might go, oh, well, that's not possible. How can, just cutting out Coke, how can that change your life? But doing one small thing has repercussions along the way. So my invitation to you is that if you run out of resolve, if you lack the courage to keep going on what your goals were, don't give them up just yet. You might want to decommit from them, but you might not want to. So find a guide. I'm teaching a shamanic journey class. And I'll put the link over here for you. So I'm teaching a shamanic journey class. It's 6 weeks. Master this skill and you will master your life. So there you go. That's my tip for your coffee break this morning. Thank you for joining me, beautiful people. Have a wonderful day. And if I can help you learn about this, personal message me. And if it's your birthday and you're an enlightened spiritual warrior, I'm offering you a birthday gift. So check that out. All right, beauties, have a wonderful day. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye. Bliss.